anyone say?
Because Krishna do not like to
Get tied.
Why is it 2 inches short? Why it could be longer, but only 2 inches was.
Because Krishna wanted to show Yashoda that he can run and walk.
Right, yes, he can run and walk, and also it's Krishna's wish. If he wants to be tied, he will be tied. If he doesn't want to be
Krishna
tied,
cannot be tied by anyone.
that is true. He cannot be approached by anyone. Those two things is love. One is love. He is looking for love, and one is endeavor. Endeavor means more we try to please Krishna, the more closer we get to Krishna. We cannot completely 100% satisfy Krishna. He's just looking for the love and our endeavor, how much we love Krishna. So yes, all your answers are correct. So today, do you want to read a story? We can go to. I want to read something.
Mataji.
Yes. Yes, Tulsi Priya.
Mataji, today we are not going to do art and crafts.
Today we'll not do art and craft. But we'll do tomorrow. Is that okay? Okay. So let's see. What stories do you want to read? We have modern day stories, funny stories, faith, great devotees. You want to see great devotees? Let's see.
No, man.
Do you want to read? Do you want to read how?
Mataji?
Yes. We want to read this great devotee story, false letter from Krishna. I don't know. You want to read this? Seems interesting.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So there was a devotee called Rahim. He was a devotee of Krishna, and he used to give charity continuously. When he used to give, he would always do it with his eyes lowered. Means like he was very down to earth person. He used to give a lot of charity. So he said, I do not want to see the gratitude in the eyes of the receiver, because he said, I'm not the giver. So he said that like he always felt that Krishna is the giver. So whatever he had, he always felt that Krishna is providing me and I'm giving to someone. So he doesn't want anyone showing gratitude for him. So he wants them to show gratitude to Krishna because he was a Krishna devotee. So one day someone wanted to cheat him. So he sent someone to Rahim with a letter saying that you must give this man 1,000 gold coins. And he signed the letter Krishna. So someone wanted to cheat him because he was a Krishna devotee who believed. So someone said that you give me 1,000 gold coins, and he signed it saying that Krishna is telling you to do this, right? And so Rahim told his Munim, give this man not only 1,000 but give 1,100 coins. He wanted to give 100 extra coins. So the Munim protested that this man is fooling you, but Rahim insisted. So the Munim, his son, I don't know who this other person is saying that like this obviously this person is cheating you, so don't give. But Rahim still said, go ahead and give. So after giving the coins, the Munim asked Rahim for an explanation. And Rahim
Sorry,
said,
Mataji, for coming late.
oh, no problem. And Rahim said that today I got a false letter from Krishna. If I honor it, then maybe Krishna will send me a real letter. But if I fail to honor the false letter, the real letter may never come. So this is very interesting and a small story. So devotees are in a in any stage that whatever it comes in their life, they take it as a Krishna's blessing. Whether it is a failure, if someone cheats them, if someone doesn't like them, they feel like Krishna is testing them. So he's saying that okay, even if Krishna sent me a false letter, if I don't pay, maybe I might miss the real letter. So he just blindly believed on Krishna's will. So do you all like it? It's nice, right? But
Yes,
what
Mataji.
can we learn from this situation is that obviously we have to be careful. There'll be in our life where people will cheat us, Life will teach you. Now you're all little children, going to school and everything. But when you grow old, when you finish your education, that is the real world. You have to face a lot of situations in life where people will not like you. Even if you try to do good for them, they'll try to put you down. So there's so many other things. But I tell this one thing from my heart. When we 100% depend on Krishna, then we will be 100% independent in our material life. That means in our life, in our world, we can see that many people don't like depending on others. Means depending means once you've grown up, you people say you should be on your own. I don't want to depend on anyone. That is materialistic life. But in spiritual life, it's the more you depend on Krishna, the more independent you will be. Whether other person is treating you, whether other person is not treating you well, that's a secondary, because those things won't bother us. We will be very independent in our approach. So I hope, do you all understand that how we can be real independent in our life by
Yes,
Yes,
surrendering to
Mataji.
Krishna?
Yes, Mataji. Ayyo.
Yes. So and we can read one more story.
Mataji, are we doing craft today?
No, we'll
Hare
do
Krishna
tomorrow.
Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can we read the story of Narsimhadev?
Narsimhadev. Let me see. Uh, we'll read. Yeah, we'll read one more story from here, and then can we go? Can we'll read Narsimhadev? Is that okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Let's read. I read this great devotee story of Bhaktar. Oh, it's not found. Actually. Oh,
Mataji.
yes. So we'll
Hare
read the
Krishna
story
Mataji.
Bhakta Chokamela. So we'll read this. So there, so here is a story of an untouchable named Choklamela. Chokamela. He was a staunch devotee of Krishna. He sang and danced before the temple of Panduranga. You can see in this picture that he was a definite devotee of Bhakta of Vittalji. Vittalji is Krishna only.
Mataji, your voice
And
is breaking.
Pandharpur. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Ironically enough, the devotees who thronged before the temple were lured to his music like a snake which danced to the juggler music. But the minute his music and dance came to a standstill, the interest in him is vanished. He's saying that he was very untouchable, means he was from a lower class. People like his music so much, that's why they used to come to him to listen to the music. But as soon as his music was over, people never had any interest to come to him. So he was actually untouchable, and he was prohibited, means he was not allowed to take darshan of Krishna. So he would dance in his heart's content and fall at the doorstep, over brooding over his ill fate. So many days he used to feel very bad because he was not allowed to take darshan of Vittalji. So the untouchable rose to his feet, argued humbly, "My faith in God is real as my birth into a low caste. How can my birth be a hindrance? Doesn't sun gone? Do the clouds rain over rivers only, ignoring mud ponds? Does Mother Earth avoid us? Does my prayer become unwanted for my God?" But it fell into deaf ears. So here is a very, very important statement this devotee is making. He's saying that um, like, please, Hare Krishna, please don't scribble on the screen. So he's saying that, like, how can God be ignorant to us? How can I see? He's saying that he's untouchable. So we do not have control of who will be our parents, who will which house I will go into. We don't have control of all this, right? So how can you say, so he's saying that, like, how can I be ignored like this? Because even God doesn't judge anyone. If you're poor or rich, sun will shine on everyone, even on a stone, even on a muddy pond. So he's saying that I shouldn't be judged for who I am. So he walked back home with a heavy heart. His wife showed concern and asked, "Why are you like this?" He burst out crying. "I don't know why I'm created like that. I'm destined to suffer. I didn't do any crime knowingly. I don't know what is cheating or fooling others. All I know is undaunted faith in Lord Krishna. But I'm not blessed by him." Saira, his wife, consoled him in many ways. But his sorrow was unappeasable. He went to bed without food, still crying heavily. Saira was worried about him and was watching him. without blink of an eye. So she was very worried about her husband. Like, he's feeling very upset. He was seeing that like Krishna is not bothering about me. He's not. He's felt very bad. So Chokamela couldn't sleep. The darkness of his heart was 10 times the darkness around, but suddenly there was a sparkle of light, 10,000 times the sparkle of the sun, which shattered the darkness in around. The Lord Panduranga himself came to the doorsteps of Chokamela. So hear this attentively. I'm going to ask questions to everyone at the end. So,
Ma'am, the voice is not getting.
so I'm trying to. I think its connection is fine from my side. Please reconnect back. So here Choklamela was saying that he couldn't sleep at all night. So he in the suddenly he saw a sparkle of light. You could see Lord Panduranga, Krishna himself appearing in front of, came into the doorsteps of his house. So Chokamela couldn't stop his tears. Sorrow turned out to be tears of joy. The couple fell to the feet of Vitala. The god assured them that it was his duty to save them. So, saying this, the god held the hand of Chokamela and led him into his temple. God took him into the sanctum sanitarium, even as the doors were tightly locked. Nobody saw them. So, Krishna himself took his devotee to the temple. So Chokamela put one step backward. Oh, my lord, I'm not permitted to enter your temple, but you're leading me into the same main door. It may be bad omen to you. So the devotee was so down to earth. He said, "Oh Krishna, I'm very low born. I'm not allowed to enter into your temple. So I might be a bad. If I come into your temple, something might happen for you." So his consciousness is only to save Krishna. His consciousness is the Brajavasi's consciousness to love Krishna and to care for him. So Krishna laughed and he said, superstitious practices of mankind. Today it looks illumined because of your entry. Chokamela, whoever doesn't bother to reach me, in spite of being born as a man, is an untouchable. Whoever hates my staunch devotee is an untouchable. So this is a direct statement from Krishna. He's saying that if even if a man is rich, even if a person is born as a man, if he doesn't value my devotee, he is untouchable. So Krishna is himself saying that who is touchable and who is untouchable. So these are all superstitious. Like we have to sit this way, we have to pray that way, we have to do this rituals, that rituals. These are superstitions there. We have to love Krishna for who he is. Krishna will reciprocate you that way. So Sri Kamila was delighted by what Krishna said, and he said that in Kali Yuga, chanting is very important. When yagnas were performed earlier, so Krishna was explaining the importance of the shastras and everything. So so after that, um, where were I? so So when then suddenly the main priest heard some voices and he unlocked the door. And when he saw that, the head priest questioned him angrily. How dare you step into the sacred place? Why can't we punish you for the stealthy act? So the priest was very angry. So Chokamela answered, "Oh priest, I did not come on my own. Panduranga ji, Vittal ji brought me here personally. So I'm an untouchable. But my entry was not made the temple untouchable. If that is the case, the Ganges should become untouchable since sinners have a dip in the holy river." So devotee is saying that. So because if you think I'm untouchable, then the Ganga must be untouchable because all the people who have all the sins have come to the Ganga to take the waters. So she must be untouchable. So and he's saying that I did not come. God brought me here. So then so everything happened. Uh, so
Hare
one
Krishna, Mataji. Yeah,
yeah.
wow, Mataji, what a nice story.
Yeah, so one day, Chokamela was having his food under a tree before his house. His wife was serving him. Panduranga was unable to bear his separation from his devotee and came in search of him. He wanted to join him for dinner. The couple were more than delighted, did puja to his feet, started serving him. Saira, in her excitement, happened to spill curd over God's dress. Chokamela, unable to control his anger, shouted at his wife. "How dare you do that?" asked the way, and mistook those words. Since he couldn't see the Lord, he thought they were aimed at him. In a fit of anger, he gave a big slap on his face, had a bath in the river, and having touched it from Chocomela's house. uh, so what happened was, so this priest actually slapped Chokamela, a devotee, because he thought that he was referring to the priest. So there was misunderstanding. But actually, when his wife was serving dahi for Krishna, the dahi fell on Krishna's dhoti. Yeah. So, oh my God, the priest was wonderstruck when he opened the temple. Tears rolled down. Panduranga's cheek and one cheek turned red and swollen. Oh, Krishna, you should look at the priest. His throat became dry. He missed a heartbeat. He could hardly stand. He could see his mistake reflected on the Lord's face. He rushed to the senior Brahmins and explained the situation. What the Brahmin realized for himself was he guessed that God was grieved at the fate of his devotee. The only solution was to apologize to Chokamela. So you can see in this that God, Krishna's face became red on one side. So without any second thoughts, priest went and told him, and then he told a situation to Chokamela, and he was so happy, he was so moved. The tears came in his devotee's eyes. And he pleaded, "Oh God, forgive us, happened unwittingly. Why can't we can't bear to see you in such a pitiable state?" So they were very sad. So Sri Namadeva had won the name of the chief devotees of Panduranga. So there's so many stories like this. So did you all like the story?
Yes, Mataji. Sorry,
Yes.
Mataji, I
Yes,
have
Mataji.
videos, Mataji.
Yeah.
Should I present those videos, Mataji?
Yeah, yeah. So I wanted to ask everyone. We only have 5 minutes, so I'm going to ask everyone as much as I can. So, what did you like about the story? And do you all understand that Krishna cannot tolerate if we hurt his devotees? Krishna himself took the pain of the devotee. So, this is a real story that happened in Pandharpur. So Tulsi Priya, let's start with you. What did you like about the story?
Mataji, I like about the story that how Vithala helps his devotee.
Yes, self-stability. Yes, Avian, do you have anything to say, dear? Okay, Nanda and Sita, do you have anything to say? Piyush, do you have anything to say?
Mataji, I cannot see video. I came late, Mataji.
Oh, no problem. What about Rishikesh? Do you have anything to say? Did you like the story, Rishikesh?
Not able to understand actually.
You did not understand the story?
Actually, not able to understand.
Okay, let me explain the story. So there was a devotee who was a very strong devotee of Pandharpur Vittalji. So he was a low born, he could not enter into the temple. Are you understanding, Rishikesh? Yeah. So he was not able to enter the temple. So what happened was Krishna personally came to him and took him into the temple. So the priest came one day and told him that, how come you entered the temple? You're untouchable. So the devotee said, "No, I didn't come. Krishna himself brought me into the temple." So so he left. So one day Krishna could not be far from his devotee. So Krishna Vittalji came to from temple to his house and started having dinner with them. So his wife Ciara by mistake put a curd on Krishna's dhoti. It happened. So Chokamela was shouting at his wife, "Why did you do that?" In the meantime, the priest of the temple was passing, and they thought that they were shouting at him, but like there was some misunderstanding. So the priest came to the Brahmin and just slapped him. He said, "Who are you? Why are you acting like this?" So he was very rude to the Brahmana. So then when he went to temple, the priest, when he opened the gates of the main mandir, that time he saw Krishna's left cheek became very red and swollen, and that's when he realized his real mistake, that he hurt his devotee. So they immediately went to Chokamela and asked for forgiveness. So did you understand now, Rishikesh?
Yes, sir.
What did you like about the story? What did you understand?
The Jesus is there, no?
Fine, Mataji.
Yeah, what did you say, Rishikesh?
Jesus, the Jesus
Krishna
went near Krishna and forgive him.
Yes, yes, Pihu, do you have anything to say about the story? Did you hear it?
Yes, Mataji, I like that. Like Lord Krishna loves his devotee, that how much ever pain they get, he only takes it. And Mataji, I wanted to tell, I have made 2 videos, Mataji.
Oh wow.
So I'm not. I made them myself, Mataji, but I'm not able to join from my laptop, Mataji.
No problem. Can you send it to the group? Beta?
Okay.
Mataji, that's not a link video, Mataji.
Oh, it's not a link. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can change the video if I send it through the link.
Okay, what you can do is on tomorrow. I'll share this. You can share the screen tomorrow, so we'll all see the video.
Mataji, can I share the screen? Mataji, may I speak? Mataji, can I share the
video.
Yeah, sorry, sir. We have less than a minute. One
Hare
second.
Krishna.